Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Eagle Politics. Make sure to like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And what a night it was last night. I didn't even know that there were this many elections last night until a couple hours before the polls actually closed. But as we saw, the election results pour in out of some of these local races and, special elections for State House and in California's 22nd district to replace Devin Nunes. The results are in. And this wave that is coming is of such a magnitude, even a larger magnitude than I originally thought possible. And we're looking at these results and they're incredible. We're going to get into all of them. But first, I have to tell you guys about our good friends over at Noble Gold. With all that's happening in the world right now, it's no wonder you're worried because no one knows what's going to happen. And that's why you need the certainty of gold and silver in your investments. Precious metals will keep you safe from inflation and financial turmoil. And this month, for every qualified IRA, you'll get an incredible 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin completely free as a thank you. You know what to do. Call 877-646-5347 to find out more or visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Also, major update, we have merch on the website at shop.redeaglepolitics.com. We have t-shirts, we have tank tops, we've got stickers, we've got sweatshirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, posters. We have everything. We have all of these great designs. We have the new alternative logo. We have Red Wave 2022. It's called We Do a Little Bit of Trolling. We have enemy number one of the election mafia with Nate Plastic as the Godfather. Great designs and more on the website at shop.redeaglepolitics.com. The link is in the description down below. But now it's time that we get into these results because we have a massive red wave that's incoming. And just like we saw it in 2018 with a lot of the special elections that led up to the midterm wave that benefited the Democrats, it helped them regain the House. You're seeing this tenfold. You're seeing this on a massive level across the entire country. It doesn't matter where. And Republicans are taking back school boards. They're getting involved. They're taking back county offices, local offices, and counties and cities that they haven't even won in 50, 60 years. And we're going to get into this, but I'll start off in California because that is where the 22nd Congressional District is. And this is a district that voted for Trump by just 5 percentage points in the 2020 election. It isn't exactly the most solidly Republican district in the country. However, so far, the totals for the special election, if you add it all up, Republicans are beating the Democrats like 65-35, like it's some district in the deep South. And it's in, suburban, exurban California. And are all the results in? No, but 70% of the results are in, and the margin has been stable the entire time. It's very possible that the results could narrow a little bit between now and until the votes are finished counting. But as you recall, for the recall election for governor, Republicans did better the more votes that they counted in California, to the point where I'm not entirely sure what is going to happen. But either way, it seems as if it's even possible you may have 2 Republicans advance to the runoff election and Democrats aren't even going to have a shot at the seat. So it's going to be interesting, but either way, it seems like Republicans massively overperforming in this special election in this R+6 PVI district that's only 40% non-Hispanic white. It's fairly impressive, as you see here, what they've been doing recently with this massive overperformance. And this is just one example. I mean, it goes far beyond that. Let's also look at Georgia. We talk about the Atlanta suburbs and how Republicans have struggled in them in recent elections. Well, here's a House district in the Atlanta suburbs. This is in a seat where Joe Biden won by 1 percentage point. However, Republicans so far are beating the Democrat with all of the votes in pretty much in this district by 20 points if you add up all the Republican vote totals. So they're literally winning this seat by 19, almost 20 points in suburban Atlanta. Like, the margins are going back to the early 2000s right now. This is how unpopular Joe Biden is, and this is how energized the right is. And it's happening in not only just California and Georgia, it's happening across the country, even in college towns like Norman, Oklahoma. Norman, Oklahoma put in a Republican mayor last night, unseating an incumbent with very high name recognition in Norman, Oklahoma, as Larry Heikela defeated Bria Clark in the city, and he has and this article says he is far to the right of the more progressive Clark, and he campaigned on that. He didn't shy away from the issues at hand. He didn't shy away from the cultural issues. He talked about the fact that he's going to, increase funding for the police. He's going to be tough on crime. And he said he would push back against a lot of these former COVID restrictions to make sure that they never get put in place again. And Norman, Oklahoma, of all places, elected a conservative Republican mayor. Fairly incredible. And the list goes on and on. That doesn't even cover what happened in Wisconsin. Again, this tweet right here summed it up pretty well. Republicans flipped the Kenosha County executive after years of Democrat dominance. First time Kenosha at this point has Republican leadership in 60 years. This is what happens when the opposition burns the city down. And we talk about the realignment. It is happening across the Midwest. And 2022 is going to be ground zero to see it continue all across the Midwest, not just Pennsylvania, Michigan, but also Wisconsin as well. And you're going to see this, and Republicans are going to have to continue to do well in southwestern Wisconsin and just southern Wisconsin as a whole outside of the WOW counties. They've been doing well in the WOW counties for decades, but they have to do well in rural Wisconsin and in some of the smaller metro areas like Kenosha. And now right here, a right-wing judge elected to the District 2 Appeals Court of Wisconsin, which has solidified the conservative majority as well. So you talk about the fact you have a red wave in Kenosha. Evers is going to be dead on arrival. The red wave is going to hit Wisconsin. They're going to elect a Republican governor. They're going to re-elect, Ron Johnson. And they're going to solidify their majorities because this energy, this angry energy at the Biden administration is not going away anytime soon. And it is going to amplify in the coming months because we're still 7 months away from the midterms. Yet Republicans are putting up ridiculous numbers all across the country. And you're seeing better and stronger Republicans getting elected and that are doing better in primaries. You're seeing incumbents like we saw in North Dakota at the convention. Even the North Dakota Republican Party has been infiltrated by solid America First conservatives to the point where they almost successfully defeated John Hoeven at their convention, the entrenched incumbent. Are we there yet? No, but the energy is shifting. It's changing. The tides are turning. You are going to see a red wave, and I think we're going to see a decent amount of solid people get carried to victory within that red wave, and this is true. And at the same time, like I said, regardless of what's going to happen, we still have a lot of issues in our country that need to be fixed. This is true. We need to elect effective fighters, but there is something brewing here, and these margins and these races across the country, we saw it last year in statewide elections in Pennsylvania, Virginia, New Jersey, just across the entire country. We saw this happen, and you're going to see it continue to happen. You will. I mean, Wisconsin, that's ground zero, but also the school boards. We see what's happening. Parents are fed up. The Virginia election last year was mainly about the school boards. It was mainly about parents being fed up and angry. Education is becoming a right-wing issue. Republicans and right-wingers are noticing that they're losing their country. So what are they doing? They're getting involved at the local level to make sure that students are not being indoctrinated and being groomed basically in the classroom by these teachers. You're seeing executives across the country, mainly Ron DeSantis in Florida, passing conservative education legislation to prevent children from being indoctrinated, prevent children from being taught about mature sexual topics that honestly have no place in school at all, whether it's grade 3 or grade 12. But either way, parents are angry, and a lot of people are paying attention. And this energy, you can't squander this energy. That's all it comes down to. Because we talk about what's going on in Wisconsin, Oklahoma, even California, which again, California as a state is already gone. It's pretty much too far gone. You're not going to come back there. But even in some of these local elections or some of these House elections, like, yeah, it's possible now Mike Garcia is going to keep his seat, even if it isn't a Biden plus 10, Biden plus 15 district, because the voters that are going to turn out are angry. They're a part of that angry class who just wants to see this country restored to what it once was. And they understand the left is destroying it at this point, and they want to take action. That's why they're getting involved, because they understand that sitting back here isn't going to do anything. You have to have a say. You got to vote in every election. You got to put pressure on the elected officials to do the right thing, and you got to do your research too and get involved. And if you have the right involved in politics more than the left and the right turns out more voters, well, the right's going to win every time. And I think that's where the focus needs to be as of right now, ahead of these midterms. Doing the research, getting the right people nominated, and then getting the right people elected, and then pushing those people to the right and keeping them in line where it's necessary. That's what's going to happen. But either way, this wave that's happening, we've talked about it, R+1, it was in early 2021, then it's R+2, R+5, R+8. You could see R+10, R+12 at this point, because this is impressive. I don't know if the results in California are going to stay, but even so, you're looking at a overperformance. That's like a 25-point overperformance as it stands right now. It is extremely impressive. So we'll have to see. But either way, guys, thanks for watching this video. Like this video down below. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Red Eagle out.